Did you know that in 1968, just 1 week after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act of 1968 into law? One of its most powerful components was Title VIII, commonly known as the Fair Housing Act. This law was designed to protect Americans from discrimination in the sale, rental, and financing of housing based on race, color, national origin, religion, sex, familial status, or disability. For decades before this act, many communities in the U.S. were deeply segregated due to practices like redlining and racially restrictive covenants. Clauses written into property deeds that legally prevented people of color, particularly Black Americans, from buying or living in certain homes or neighborhoods. The Fair Housing Act made these discriminatory practices illegal. However, while it banned future discrimination, it did not repair the damage already done. Generations of families had been locked out of homeownership, the number one way Americans build wealth. This lack of access widened the racial wealth gap, and in many places, the impact is still visible today. In Washington state, racially restrictive covenants were common, especially during the early and mid-1900s. These covenants explicitly stated that homes could not be sold or rented to Black, Asian, Jewish, or other non-white residents. Even after these covenants were declared unenforceable by the Supreme Court in 1948, their presence on property records remained symbolic of a painful legacy. Washington has made efforts to confront this past. One major step was passing a law that allows homeowners to formally strike racially restrictive language from property deeds. But removing words doesn't undo the harm caused by decades of exclusion. That's where the Washington State Covenant Homeownership Program comes in. Launched in 2023, this program is a groundbreaking effort to address the generational harm caused by housing discrimination. It was created specifically to provide down payment and closing cost assistance to people who were historically denied homeownership opportunities because of racially restrictive covenants and redlining. Funded by a small fee on real estate transactions, the program is not race-based, but rather race-conscious, meaning it targets assistance based on historical and documented harm. To be eligible, applicants must show that they or their ancestors were part of a group that experienced housing discrimination in Washington state. This approach is directly tied to the principles of the Fair Housing Act. While the Act ensured legal protection against future discrimination, the Covenant program aims to go one step further, providing repair and restitution to those harmed by past policies. It's a modern acknowledgement that fairness isn't just about equality today. It's about justice for yesterday. The Fair Housing Act was a turning point in U.S. history, but laws alone don't erase the consequences of discrimination. The Washington State Covenant Home Ownership Program recognizes this reality and takes bold action to close the racial home ownership gap. By connecting past injustice with present opportunity, it represents a powerful model of how states can move from acknowledgement to real equity. Did you know that the Fair Housing Act was not just a law, but a moral commitment to fill the gaps of injustice in housing? Over the years, its implementation has been a journey of progress and challenges. The impact of restrictive housing policies still echoes today, making programs like the Washington State Covenant Home Ownership Program essential for healing. This initiative shines a light on the importance of reparation and equity in home ownership. By acknowledging historical wrongs and working toward solutions, it provides a pathway for affected communities to reclaim their stake in the American dream. In doing so, it stands as a testament to the ongoing fight for equality and justice within the fabric of American society. The story of home ownership in Washington is evolving, and with each step, hope is being restored. Did you know that the racial wealth gap has not only persisted but widened over time due to historical housing discrimination? This gap illustrates the profound economic impact of exclusionary practices that denied many Americans the chance to build wealth through home ownership. As communities unite to tackle this issue, initiatives like the Washington State Covenant Home Ownership Program play a crucial role in bridging this divide. By focusing on supportive measures for those affected by past injustices, the program fosters a community-oriented approach to healing and opportunity. The active engagement of volunteers and various organizations highlights the collective effort towards equality. In every nail hammered and wall painted, there's a commitment to restoring hope and building a future where everyone can thrive. Together, they are redefining what it means to have a home, not just as a roof over one's head, but as a cornerstone of community and belonging.